Hello Capricorn, this is your October 15th to October 31st, 2016 read. For the main read, I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. It's a deck I've had for a while. I don't know where my box is at the moment, but it's a great deck, and I got a lot of great messages from it, so I wanted to make sure I used it. And for the advice cards, I got a deck from a friend of mine called Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. And this is a great, uplifting, empowering deck. I really like this one as well, so I'm using that one for the read as well. Got some interesting situations going on with these cards. Typically, I mean, I've already shuffled them, clearly. Typically, this is interesting. Typically, I reference the bottom of the deck when needed. And there's a couple, I feel like you got a couple things going on here. I got the Ace of Swords and I've got the Eight of Cups going on here. So we're going to keep that in mind as we go forward. I'm actually going to pop out your advice cards right now. We have some interesting things going on here because I feel like we got levels of going on. Levels of going on? Yeah. My English is so good. The Six of Cups is where your overall energy for this time frame is, which kind of makes sense to me because the way I'm looking at it is a lot of things going, a lot of good things, a lot of working with others, a very important relationship, growing closer, showing appreciation. Good things. I feel really good about this time frame. And let's see, we're going into Scorpio, which is a very complimenting sign for Capricorn usually. I mean, definitely depends on your personal astrological chart and what your moon sign is, of course. But for the most part, I feel like it's a great time. A lot of cups full, a lot of love, a lot of happiness, a lot going on. I do have one Pentacle card here, so I do feel like business-wise, we're going well. What we're starting this time frame with is the Hierophant, with the organization card right above it. Which means, to me, keeping things going, being very dedicated, a lot of belief in what you're doing, a lot of dedication. I feel like there's like I'm feeling like an open purse, like what, like when I see an open purse, sometimes it makes me feel like I feel like it's open and like almost like opening of a purse. We'll come back to that because that's interesting. Because I don't know if I'm not getting whether it's going in or coming out. If money's going in or money's coming out. It's kind of looking like there's not much in there, but I feel like there is stuff. But I feel like it's kind of hidden. It's almost like rainy day money, which I'm not sure how that fits in, but we'll see how it goes. When we go into the next section, there's two cards here. We got the Page of Pentacles covering the Moon, in which this is directly in your line, right? I feel like you're very busy and you're getting things started. Now this is either starting the next level of a project or starting a project. Something's going on here. This is interesting. Something's going on here where I feel like you're looking busy, but something else is going on under the surface. Like I said, there's levels going on here. Like, I almost feel like I get this weird sense, and I hope this comes across right. Keeping busy to keep others off your back. Like, looking busy to keep others off your back. That's what I'm truly getting here. And that's why, like, I think that's why the moon is behind here, too. There's, it's just weird because you're a very productive person and you're very purposeful. But I feel like you're planning. You purposely are like, I almost feel like there's like a facade of like what's going on the outside, but what's really going on, what you're really doing. Like you're making sure there's enough time for certain things, or certain people even. But you're making, like, you're doing what you have to on the outside, the superficial, to keep people out of your way so you can have that time. Okay. Interesting with the levels here. Very interesting. I'm going to go through to the end of the month for you. I'm not sure how many cards we have here. We have 3. Okay. Now this is how it came out. And this deck is very good for me. It likes to throw out extra meanings. It's a layered situation. Like things, I feel like you're doing great. You're doing great. Things are great. You got things together. I feel like you're also planning for things in the future, and you actually got things started, but you're not. There's things that you're just keeping. Either you're keeping to yourself, or you're only letting the people you want to know. And these are people that you trust, and you make it clear. Like, we're just gonna keep this on the quiet side for now. I'm telling you, but I don't want everybody else to know. So between me and you, stay between me and you. I then feel like there's other things below that. Like you have a lot of abundance going on. Like it's almost like you have this. I'm coming back to that purse image again too, like a deep purse. Like almost when you just look at a glance, like people can't see what's in there, but you have a lot going on. You have a lot of assets built up, and it's not only like tangible, physical, but mostly. I feel like for most of you it is. But also people and friendships, like deep, heartfelt relationships. Like you have assets in people, not like their property, not like that, but like you have relationships and people you care about that care about you. Like that's like an emotional asset, like a true one, not like something you could count on paper, but something emotionally, like they mean a lot to you, but you mean a lot to them too. It's like it's a good, healthy relationship. You got a lot going on. There's deep, deep things going on here. I almost feel like some of you have a relationship you have, and either people don't know that the relationship is happening, or they know about it, but they don't realize that you're getting ready to go to the next level in that relationship. There's definitely things changing here. I feel like this is where that Ace of Swords also comes in, right here. And I feel like this next level, it may change some things in your environment. Like going to the next level here is creating a change that is why, and that's the reason why you're kind of keeping it on the low for now, the down low. Because it's going to create change. It's going to create some things, and you might, for some of you, you might have a residence change. You might have there's a change. There's definitely a change, but somebody might. No, I don't really get I don't get moving in with you. I'm not getting that. Okay. Above it, just so we don't forget this card. I have passion. Like you're in everything you're doing here. You're into it. You're happy. This is where you want to be. You're feeling great. That song, I don't know the name of it. Just the thought of you gets me so high is a line in one of the songs I just heard earlier today. And that's kind of what I'm feeling like. You're just thinking about the situation gets you excited because you're feeling things go forward. These levels, like, on the outside, you're doing great. Like, people definitely see that. You're also planning for other things, and then you're going a little deeper with someone. Like, I feel like this is someone getting things deeper, the next level. Granted, keep in mind it's a general read, so the next level, whatever you consider the next level, go there. But you're happy. Like, even if it's like you were friends and you went on a date or two, and then you're like, let's actually commit to each other, and you're talking to this person, and they're agreeing, like, yeah, you and me, just you and me. Like, it's going your way. I feel like this is great. This is great. And again, this is like coming up like this. This is how it comes up in the reading. Like, you're not telling people about what things what you plan to do in the future, that you're setting into action now. And there may be just small pieces you're setting into action, but something's starting. And you're not letting people, not everybody at least, like you may let people close to you and your family or close friends know, but I feel like you're just keeping it on the quiet side. And there's a reason for it, though. There's a purposeful reason. It's not just because you feel like it. There's a reason. It may affect your job. It may affect some other situations. Like, people are complicated. And I get, like, in some situations, if you're single or if you're divorced or something like that, or there's other people who would be affected by you starting a relationship, I feel like you're purposely keeping it on the quiet side because you're not ready to bring it into that arena yet. You're planning how you're going to do that and how you're going to be ready for it. In the environment, so I don't forget that. I feel like, see, this is a double card too. What's this? Yep. See, they're on the same page as you. They're on the same page as you, and they're keeping it quiet because this card was completely hidden by that card. I was pretty sure it was there, but I wasn't 100% sure. There's strength and there's victory, but they're keeping it to themselves. Keep in mind, this is closer to the 31st. I feel like in the 15th, closer to the 15th, I feel like you're kind of just keeping status quo. You're not sure, or you're just like, I'm where I am, and I'm happy where I am. Let's just keep going that way. And the person you're connected to, I feel like they're very into you, even in the beginning. Like, even around the 15th, they're already into you. They're very much captivated by you. And I feel like they're kind of sweating it out a little. Like, the burdens here, I feel like they're sweating it out. They're, like, wondering. Some of them may be overworked, or some of them, I feel like some of them may have a very busy life. But I also feel like they're kind of like, they're staying cool, they're calm. I don't feel like they're stressing you out. I just don't feel like that's what's happening. But I do feel like they're sweating it a little bit. They're just like, is this going to become something? Because I really would like it to. I feel like that energy is going on there. But they're being very careful not to stress you. I feel like you have a cool, calm, I'm getting like a minty? Sure, a minty energy, yes. Okay. Like, I can't believe I just said a minty energy. Like, it's calm, it's nice, you're very, like, they very much value you in the way you move, in the way you are, and they don't want to make it a crazy situation. They don't want to make it pushy. They don't want to upset the apple cart. They very much enjoy their time with you, and they want to continue to. And I feel like they're aware that, things move forward, and I feel like they're looking at you like, well, if this person decides to go forward with me, it's going to go in a good direction, but I have to keep an eye on it to make sure it's going in a good direction. I do feel like they're sweating it out a little bit because you mean a lot to them, even when this starts. And I feel like you're kind of like taking your time and just kind of like, I feel like you're enjoying the moment. When they're in this spot, I think you're just enjoying the moment. I don't feel like you're stressed about it, but I also feel like you're kind of confident. Like, it can go either way, and I'm in control of which way it goes. I feel like that's where you are. I kind of feel that's where you are. So as an overall looking in this situation, I do feel like there's a lot of relationship situations going on. Of course, like I always say, keep in mind, this may just point to an important relationship to you, but if it connects as a romantic thing, which I feel like a lot of you, it's mostly romantic. But a lot of these readings can just point to important relationships. So there may be nothing romantic about it, but a very important relationship with someone else. So the whole reading again, getting more things going, building more trust, I'm not even thinking trust is an issue. Building deeper connections with someone. I feel like when you come into this time frame, you're happy where you are, you're keeping things going. I feel like you have a lot of assets, and you may keep it on the down low, just as a smart thing. Like, you don't flash. I don't see like there's a lot of flash and like, look what I have, but you have. I feel like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of built up equity. I feel like you're gonna stay organized. I feel like a good advice for this beginning part is to make sure you stay organized, maybe a little tighter than usual. Which Capricorn, in my experience, is very organized and, you know, writes things down, gets things going. But I feel like things, like if you have things going in two different arenas, you might want to just like write that out. Okay. As we go forward, I feel like you're gonna be busy, but I feel like you're gonna have like a facade in front. I really do. And you're going to have things going on that are important to you, but you don't want everybody to know exactly what's going on. I feel like you're going to make sure you have enough time to do what you want to do by letting other people thinking you're more busy than you are, which is, I feel like you're a very dedicated and very dependable person anyway. So it just kind of fits in line with, people wouldn't question you doing a lot of things, but I feel like you're making it look like you're busier than you are, so you have time for these other things. Like, you're purposely planning it well. And as we go forward, I feel like there's that deep, like on the outside you're doing well, you have other plans coming through. I feel like you're growing closer with another person. That person, until you actually do that, is going to kind of sweat it out a bit, but I feel like they're also going to be patient with you. They have a lot of strength. I feel like this is a good person. I also feel like you're very connected, and the closer you get to this, I feel like it's interesting. I feel like it's passion that was already there, but as you like decide, you know, hey, I do want to make this more. I do want to go to the next level. I feel like you're getting excited about it. Naturally, I would love to love to hear how this affects you, especially the minty feel that you have. Still can't believe I said that. But if you want to let me know what that means, I'm wondering if that hit for anybody, because that just seems so odd. Go ahead and leave a comment below. And if you want a reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.